All right, you guys, story time on one of the worst clients I ever had, and this is the client that ultimately made me stop doing makeup. I was supposed to do this story time yesterday. Sorry, series of unfortunate events. Anyways, this is when I was working at Macy's. I was the counter manager at Macy's, and next to my counter, I was the Impulse Beauty Manager counter. Next to my counter was the MAC counter. These 4 girls came in because they were going to a Future and Megan Thee Stallion concert, and they needed their makeup done, and they all had appointments booked at MAC. And the only person that was working at MAC at the time was the counter manager, and he didn't realize that he had accidentally, quadruple booked himself. He walks over to my counter and he says, "Hey, Kenya, I overbooked myself. Is it possible that you can take one of the girls? I can do the other 3 if you just do this one." I say, "Okay, no problem. That's perfectly fine." Quick side note, you guys, I've talked about it before. I'm going to talk about it again. This One Size Beauty base thinner, I cannot get enough of this. I just use this to thin out my Armani foundation. The shade match is impeccable, and the formulation of this, oh my God, Patrick, you really outdid yourself when you made this. So the girl in question comes and sits down in my chair, and she shows me a picture of a look from MUA. Her name is Taylor Made Jane. Okay, I'm going to insert a picture of the look and of Taylor Made Jane. I love Taylor Made Jane. Okay, Taylor Made Jane, she be putting that on. Okay, so she sits down and she shows me this picture of what she wants. I say, cool, bet. I ask her all of the necessary questions. I say, "Are you sure this is what you want? This is kind of like a full glam. Is this what you're looking for?" "Yes, this is what I want." Da, 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 da. Okay, you have to make sure that people know what they want, because they can say they like something and then when you put it on them, they hate it. Subtle foreshadowing. No, I know what you guys are going to say. You're going to say, "Kenya, why didn't you let her look at the makeup as you were doing it?" She fell asleep. She fell asleep, okay? They had been day drinking, and when she sat in my chair, she was out like a light. She even had a subtle snore, okay? So you guys, I had to wake her up because I had to apply her lip. So I go to put the nude lip on her, the same exact lip that Taylor Made Jane had on. And when I go to show her her makeup, she absolutely hated it. And the first thing she said, she was like, "Maybe we can spruce it up with a hot pink lip." Then we start playing Ring Around the Rosie, walking around the entire makeup counter looking for a bright, vibrant, hot pink that she likes. And she stops at a Too Faced liquid lipstick that is so neon pink that it's almost glowing in the dark. Proceed to take the nude lip off of her. I put on the pink, and this is where she lost it. She lost it because, you guys, she's my complexion. And so I used a little bit of a brown lip liner just to blend in the pink with her skin tone. And she hated that. She said, "I would prefer to just put the pink on, no lip liner." You want to just raw dog hot pink lipstick and you're black? That's a hate crime. Then her friends come over to the counter. She starts complaining, and her friends start trying to tell her that the makeup actually looks really pretty, but she hates it. And then she hits me with the, "I don't really wear a lot of makeup. I'm more so just like a tinted moisturizer kind of person, and I put on a little bit of chapstick." Oh, brother, this guy stinks. Friends then asked me if I'd be willing to take the makeup off and redo her entire face, which I so stupidly said yes to. And then I did a little bit of something, and she wanted something even more extreme. She said, "Can we do a neutral eye with a pop of hot pink in the corner?" If you already don't like wearing makeup, then you're not gonna like that. And then she had the audacity to say, "Can you guys steam our clothes here for the concert?" I said, "Absolutely not." She asked me to take her makeup off again. I gave her a wipe. She took her makeup off. As she was leaving, she gave me a dirty look. And it was in that moment I said, "You know what? I'm done. I'm done." And I never did another client after that.